The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para-X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Supernatural. Magic. Ghosts. UFOs. Bigfoot. Extraterrestrial. Psychic energy.
The calling.
Oh, take two. All right. I'm Jerry with the calling, along with Kimberly Juarez.
Hi, everyone. We're back.
We're back. Live.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
And
you guys can hear us, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Sure.
I'm sure they can.
Okay.
Oh, nothing on the radio, just silence? Really?
I don't know. It's still doing it.
Maybe Steffi's joking.
I don't know.
Let's see. Can you hear us?
I hears you.
Oh, who said that? Okay. Steph's being a turd. Okay.
Cookies. Cookies for Jerry.
No, I just said turd, I can't wait. I miss you too. Oh, I miss you too, Karen. We never get to see you anymore. Nope. No can hear.
Really?
Oh, I hear you. Okay, they're going to drive me nuts. Anyway, okay, where were we? Okay, so I said I'm fat, and you said...
I don't know. I can't remember now.
It was so long ago.
It was
that fleeting moment, and now it's gone. Okay, so welcome, everybody. We, we've had some weird things happen. I have had some weird things happen to me.
Yeah.
And here's what's happened. Okay, so I think it's been maybe a little over a week ago.
Yep.
Got up in the morning and everything, and was kind of like laying there on the bed playing video games like I usually do, trying to get my head unscrambled. And all of a sudden, a woman shows up in my room, and I can't tell you what she looks like, what her hair color is, or anything. It's like a giant shadow woman. But through my head, I see visions of this girl that used to come into the hotel when I used to live there like 4 years ago and stuff. And her and I were friends on Facebook. And so, but usually when that happens, either A, they're about to die and I should tell them what they meant to me and what they, that they were a good person, or it's that they did pass and they may need help trying to move along, So it's one of two things. So this person, I'm not going to say her name, but I actually called Kim up because I did look for her on the internet and stuff, and it said that she received a house of Habitat for Humanity a while back, and I asked Kim, and Kim's like, I know her. And her husband was friend of your old husband, and but she had her house taken away. And I looked it up, and sure as heck, she did. She had her house taken away. There was guns, drugs, and endangerment of children. And it's like, that's not part of it. I don't know exactly what was going on. So I tried everything I could. We're no longer friends on Facebook. And I remember that now. It took me a while, and I took a look, and I thought, when's the last time we talked? The last time that we talked was on, get a load of this, guys, March 16th, 2019. March 16th, 2019. Today is March 16th, 2022.
That's crazy.
Or 2019. Did I say 19 or 19 it was. So
Right.
I'm like, what the heck? This is really strange. Well, about 2.5 hours ago, all of a sudden my phone rings. I don't recognize the number, and I answer it. It's her, which I thought was real strange that she called. And then how did she get my number? From what I understand, there was a guy that used to work at the hotel, but he's back working there, and she was there for some reason. But she said that not too long ago, about a week or so ago, she had a vision pretty similar to what I had, and I was in her thoughts. So this is weird because this does not usually work like that. I mean, Maynard Swanson, my friend, I was supposed to get a hold of him right away. I didn't. I waited years. And then when I did finally decide to call him a couple of years later, he was dead. That morning, he died. I called up, and his daughter answered the phone, and I said, "Hi, my name's Jerry Ayers. I was friends with your father and everything in high school." I said, "This must be his daughter." And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, well, can I speak to your father, please?" She said, "No." And then that's when she told me that her father died that morning.
Crazy.
And, yeah, it was so weird. Then happened with Chuck Tesh. I actually was able to talk to Chuck for a short time. And then when I decided to call again, he lived in Lincoln, Nebraska. When I was going to call him on up for the last time, I found that he had died. Brenimus, one of the guys from used to work at Elsie's, I kept thinking about him. And then when I did call, I found out he's got cancer. And then finally he did pass away and stuff. But just, people sometimes, I think that there's a connection, in the paranormal world, so many things happen that be it a spirit guide or be it their spirit guide, not just mine, but theirs maybe I was on their mind, and maybe there was things that they wanted to say to me. And of course, it's always something I'd like to say to somebody, because generally everybody that I've met and no longer really talk with and stuff, we're still friends. We never had a problem, We just, sometimes you just want to say thank you, through life. And, so all of a sudden it's like a reach out, and then, you get to say your final goodbyes and stuff and tell them how good of a friend that they were and that you appreciate all the great memories, and then talking about the memories. Right. Tommy was, if you guys knew Tommy, a short little bartender, bald head, and he always had all the girls, the young girls that would go into the bar that were 21 and 22 and stuff, thought he was the bomb. So he was known as Tommy's Angels. Or they were known as Tommy's Angels. Yeah. And Tommy used to tell me stories about kids coming in there, and they're like, can I get a shot of Cavassier and Coke? And he's like, what? And he said, you're going to mix the Coke and Cavassier? Yeah. No. You go to another bar. I'm not going to serve it to you like that. That's something you drink straight. You know, that's a sipping thing. No, you don't do that, And he used to get really upset. And I remember Paulie was serving somebody, and they wanted, I don't even remember what it was, but it was a Lac Du, I think it was. Lac Du or whatever. It was a scotch, very expensive scotch. And they wanted to mix it with 7-Up.
Really?
And Tommy was at the bar, and Tommy blew up at Paulie. I can't believe you're going to do that. I will never come in this bar again and have you serve me. You got something wrong with you, man. You're not a real bartender, Oh, my God. He just got so mad because the Lac Du, whatever it was, at that time was, back in those days, it was very expensive. It was like $12 a shot. Right. And you're going to mix it with 7-Up.
Well, wasn't but alcohol back then too? You didn't mix Coca-Colas and all these different things with shots. The shots were to be taken as a shot, especially like scotches and whiskeys. Like whiskeys like Jack Daniels, and they never had a mix before.
Well,
And
Jack Daniels always, people always made Jack and Cokes and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
But I mean, basically, if you were a person of authority, whatever you want to call it.
Just drink it. Yeah.
Yeah, you drink it straight. And to me,
yeah.
that's utterly disgusting because my father used to drink Windsor waters. How gross is that?
Yeah,
It's
vodka and water. That's people who drink that stuff. They definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Jack Daniels has to have a mixer. Exactly. Scotch whiskey.
But what I'm saying is like back in time, like way back before Coke came along and Sprite and 7-Up and all that, I'm sure they just drank it straight up. And then they probably thought, oh, how disgusting. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You mix it with, but this tastes pretty good.
Well, since we're kind of talking a little bar talk, I got to tell you guys, this is a little knowledge. I'm gonna hit you up with some knowledge here.
Here we go. We're talking about spirits. Let's do it.
Right. No, well, this isn't really spirit, but it's funny anyway. So many years ago, the word 86. How did they get the word 86? And I was at the Terminal Bar, and everybody was arguing about it. They said, it came from a restaurant and all this other stuff. And one day I thought, I'm going to call the library. Uh-huh. So the library, would say that there was a list of items, and number 86 means they were out of it. Now that's restaurant. Now when you have bar was totally different, and it was a little bit more amusing and interesting. Uh-huh. So what it was is that the story goes that I think it was some guy named Norman way back in the days and stuff with W.C. Fields and an unknown friend. They didn't know his name. They used to always go to the bar, and they would drink until they were so drunk they were falling everywhere. Okay. All the booze back in those days was 86 proof. Ooh. Okay? So, so these guys are getting just whompered. So one day, Norman and no Fireball, that stuff's nasty. So Norman and Norman and W.C. Fields came into the bar alone. They didn't have their buddy with, and they were really sad, and they were throwing down shots and everything. And the bartender asked them. He said, "What's going on?" They said, "Our friend died, and we're really sad about it." So they had their usual drinks, and they would walk home, two people at the same time because they held each other up. That's how bad they would get. Well, after about a week of them moping and stuff, they hardly ever talked to anybody else. They went and drunk, and they dug up their friend's body. So they dug up his body and brought the rotting corpse into the bar to have one last drink with them.
Oh, my
gosh.
This is
what the library told me. So they're sitting there, and they're actually thinking for some reason that their buddy was alive and couldn't or were wondering why he couldn't pick up his shot of favorite whiskey to drink with them. And then that was it. People, dug him up. So people got really upset about it. And the bartender was like, okay, you guys are done. You're done. And looked at him and said, because they were drunk, you're 86th, which meant drunk in his head. But it stuck that when a person is cut off and they're done, they don't want them back in, they're 86. Because it was 86 proof. I just thought it was really interesting.
That is interesting.
But it's so nasty too. And there could be some paranormal in there,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go back. So talking about paranormal, that's what we're here for. We just recently, we didn't get the case yet. We don't know if we got it. I can't tell you where it's at. It's total confidential. But one very interesting thing about it is that my friend that now works there, she's a teacher, I can tell you that. And they have these magnetic alphabets, because it's a younger grade and stuff.
Okay.
And She locked everything away like she usually does and stuff. They have to sweep their own room. It's a small room for kids and stuff.
Okay.
It's not in the cities. It's away from the cities. And they would put all their dust and stuff like that out for the janitors to get. And so anyway, every time they come back to the room, something is missing. The last time when she came in, which was yesterday, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I did talk to her today, but yesterday, those little magnetic letters were unlocked, brought out, and on the chalkboard they were stuck out, and it says, "We all whisper."
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, this is, I hope we get the investigation.
Nice.
It's incredible, and
Nice.
I mean, if it's going to be kids and stuff, my
Right.
mentality is pretty low, so I
Right.
should be able to handle children.
That's pretty crazy, though. I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. If they're and then putting the letters back wherever. What are they, on the chalkboard or a magnet or something?
Yeah, it's a magnetic chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
Yep,
Okay.
and they
So then they.
the little magnetic ABCs.
Yeah.
out there. That had to take, number one, a lot of energy
Right.
to do that.
Right.
Because you got to get you got to get the thing unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to take the crate out, which it did, and place the letters out, and then take the letters and put them up. So it's crazy. Karen, if you get an investigation up in my neck of the woods, call me. Oh, yeah, no problem, because then we can use your house as a hotel, and we can all stay there, right? No, I'll give you a call. So that's pretty incredible right there. Now, a friend of mine did show me a film that she lives down in Florida,
Okay.
and she was saying that this is absolutely awesome. Okay, guys, Sim Crew, we got a place to stay up north now. So she sent me this video, and it's of the security camera in the laundry room.
Okay.
And the laundry room, all of a sudden, these three washers, they're stackable washer dryers, okay? And they just put them in not that long ago and stuff. All of a sudden, the one in the middle starts to turn.
Okay.
And you can see the trays where you put the laundry detergent and everything.
Right.
You see them open up and then close again and stuff. And then finally, the last one turns also. Well, here's the weird deal, is that sorry, I got to say hello to Demoofy. The way the angle is, you can definitely tell there's a wall there.
Okay.
There's nobody back there.
Okay.
The only thing that's stopping these things from turning all the way and flying off is that their hoses are attached.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And the for the dryer, what do they call that thing? The dryer tube? Sure.
The dryer, the lint?
The tube, that takes all the hot air out.
Oh, yeah, the exhaust. Like
The
an
exhaust tube. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever, that vent, that's the word I was really looking for.
Vent, yes.
But dryer tube, exhaust, whatever. So you can tell that popped right off
Really?
from it being turned, yeah. But it was an incredible thing. And, some of these videos that people have out there.
I love the videos when they send them. Love videos.
The thing is with that is, are they real?
Right. Right.
And knowing that it came from her, and she lives in an apartment building, and this was shown to her, and she was actually able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
She knows the place. Then I believe it. But there's some of these that are on YouTube and stuff. Oh, some people just swear by them. Oh, this person who puts it on, he's got 80 videos. They're all real.
Yeah.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
What do you mean they're all real? I don't think they're real. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, because 80 of them, if this person has 80, well, I know you can get a lot of evidence and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't know, that's too, I mean, is that all they do is paranormal? And that's why they have so many? But I mean, like you said, Jerry, there are a lot of fake photos, there are a lot of fake stuff, I mean, it generates all the time, Like, do you guys remember the one like where you see this Louisiana graveyard, and then you're supposed to see Jim Morris in the middle of the tombs, right? And he's standing there. How many people have showed that one? How
Yeah.
many? And they all claim it's their picture. That's another thing. They claim it's their picture or whatnot. I don't know. That one generates all the time. I mean, you see it all the time. But I feel like there are some true ones, and there are some things that you just can't explain. There's some things like, but I mean, other than that, I mean, how true? You're right. 80 pictures. To me, that seems too far fetched for that many.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even I have that many, and I've been on a lot of investigations, and I don't think I have that many. But I mean, who's to say? How do we know for sure? But yeah, so
That's true. And no, I agree with Cat here. Cat hair. I didn't say cat hair. Cat. A cat. Here. Anyway, moving by themselves, dolls, videos. You've never seen the entire doll. Exactly.
Right, and the thing is too, the dolls, they move. The dolls can move. If they're top heavy or their hands are loose, they're gonna move down. You can't always say, you know what I mean? Like I don't claim our doll moves at all. I don't claim she does at all.
Your doll does move because I've watched it move. Unless, there's another thing too. Cat's got a hairball. Anyway, when it comes to, like dolls and stuff, a lot of them, it could be, an 18-wheeler going by.
Right.
Causes a vibration that
absolutely.
can move a doll. It could be wind outside.
Right.
That, maybe windows open just a wee bit and all of a sudden, there's a lot of things in there and stuff. But when it came to the doll that we had on the show that time, that was Bella's.
Yeah.
And we sent them to those people. The looks on their face the next day when they said, we're going on Facebook Live with you right now. We have to tell you something. The looks on their face and the pure fear in their voice of when all of a sudden in the middle of the night, something is kicking and pounding at their door to their doll room. Yeah. And then they find just the one doll is there, the one that I sent them, and all the rest were on the other side.
Afraid of that doll.
Yeah. It's just like that doll saying, get out of here, and that's another thing, I mean, you got an extremely volatile doll like that. And then you may have some good ones that are haunted. What's going through their head. It's like, oh my God, we're haunted dolls, but that's a demonic one.
Right.
I've never seen one before, and so if you have a Betsy Wetsy doll, you're going to find water all the way over to the other side of the room.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
but, and that depends too, Jerry. How, like some people will have a haunted doll and then it's nothing, no reaction, no nothing. But then they give it to somebody else and all of a sudden it starts reacting. You know what I mean? That's just like investigating. Not every team's going to get any, evidence, but the next team probably will. You know what I mean? Depending on how you conduct. Whether, if they don't care for you or they like you or, I find it like some of my investigators are a lot better than the other investigator. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's so bizarre, but I feel like that's the same for a doll,
Yep. But I still won't do dolls. No.
Yeah. I don't mind them too much.
I won't even hold one, to be honest with you.
Really?
No.
She's cute?
No. There's no such thing as a cute doll.
Yeah, there is.
No,
there is
they'll
a cute doll.
bite you as soon as they get a chance.
You.
They'll bite you.
They're going to bite you.
So there. No, see, there's a lot of people
Stephanie
that are
says
not
she's
a fan.
not a fan either.
Yeah, I mean, they're scary things. Only Little Bullhead. Little Bullhead, though, her doll Bullhead, if you've ever got a chance to really look at it, it when it looks at you, it's judging you.
Really?
It's got judgment eyes. Steph, take a picture of it and put it on here, would you please? It's got judgment eyes.
Have I seen it, Steph? I don't remember if I've seen it. I probably have.
Okay, why do we have to bring spiders into this? What the heck, Kat? God. Galinda? She's got a doll named Galinda. Karen does.
Oh, I think we've seen that doll before. I remember seeing that doll.
Which one?
She had just gotten it. The one that Karen has. Did you just get that one, Karen? That's what or was it? I think I've seen it. It was on her shelf there in her living room, her living space. So I think that's.
I'm pretty sure Karen is talking about the spider thing. Yeah.
Anyways, so I don't know. I think dolls, that's why I feel bad for them. I feel like if they are little lost souls in these dolls, I feel really bad, I just have this I feel sorry for that demon over there. No, it's just
oh my
God. You know what I mean? What if he had a bad time in his life? I don't know. So it's like, you can be good. You still have a chance, buddy.
All right. It's that time. It's that time for break. Wow, that really went fast, didn't it?
It did.
It did. All right, guys. We will be right back in just a couple minutes. Thank you.
If you're looking for a truly unique podcast experience, we have you covered. Spirit Bayou with CJ Dunham airs live from the Third Coast in Southeast Texas on Tuesday and Fridays at midnight Eastern Time, covering Creole folklore and folk magic to strange paranormal activity to new equipment for the field. CJ Dunham is a Catholic swamp witch, a devotee to our Mother Mary in the Trinity, a true believer in our Lord, the Holy Ghost, and Christ. Peace be with your spirit and the spirits by you.
Hey Heidi, have you listened to The Calling lately? Why, yes, Steph, I have. It's really good. Have you? Absolutely. It's what I would say is a wild and woolly affair. So does that mean it's a wild and woolly Wednesday show? Well, I definitely think that's true. So we listen, since The Calling is the sibling show to our show, The Gathering. Listen to The Calling radio show with Jerry and Kimberly Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Para-X Radio Network.
Dead Zone. I want to give a huge shout out to Shauna and congratulations on her new podcast, Exploring the Paranormal Perspective. You'll hear some amazing guests like me, paranormal and true crime stories, and more. Catch her Wednesdays at 8 Central on the Para-X Radio Network.
Your source for everything paranormal. Para-X.
And we're back. This is Jerry with the Calling Radio Show along with Kimberly Juarez. And hey, if you missed the first half of this show, hey, check it out. You can find it on thecallingradioshow.com, www.thecallingradioshow.com, or go to YouTube, The Calling Radio Show, right around tomorrow sometime and everything, and we'll have it listed so that you guys can check us out. We're kind of cute, We're a big deal. And then also, don't even stop there, guys. Para-X is got some great entertainment. You got Geeks Paranormal right after us, which is awesome. And then on Tuesday nights, you have The Gathering. And The Gathering is Stephanie and Heidi, and they sit around that metaphysical table, and they have a good old time. They tell all sorts of stories and stuff, and not like my show that gives you useless information. That's pretty cool, though. So anyway, check us out. and check them out and check out Para X. Okay, we are back. So, what was I talking about? What were we talking about?
Dolls.
Dolls.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at Stephanie's doll right now. They are cute, I have to say.
No,
Her dolls are too cute.
No, they're not. No,
Why?
sorry.
So
Well,
what
no,
is?
I mean, Bullhead's okay, but look at Bullhead. Look close up of Bullhead's face. It definitely has a judging look to it.
Well, yeah, it does. It really does. So I kind of get what you're saying about that, but
Sure.
I just think they're kind of cute.
I don't know. Well, it's up to you.
Oh,
No, I guess it's cute. I remember when Casey used to play with it all the time when she was a little girl and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of memories there and stuff like that, you know.
yeah.
Now she's not a little girl anymore. Now if you're saying, but I don't want a doll, I want money. That's case for you. All right, so I'm putting something of interest in the shoot. Well, we'll put it one at a time, I guess.
Okay.
In the chat room thing, we are doing with connection with the what do we call it?
Hotel, bar, and grill.
Right.
We're called Para Connection.
Yep, Minnesota Para Connection.
Yep.
And we are doing a reveal, and we're doing a ghost hunt on April 9th. And it's really inexpensive. I mean, it's not very expensive at all if you guys want to check it out. For an investigation, it's just $35. You can come with us. It starts at 11 o'clock at night till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Can we guarantee that you're going to find stuff? Well, we can't guarantee it, but, I know.
I think a lot of people find stuff. I really do. So.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that. It's very inexpensive. Gosh darn it, I am not able to put this other flyer. There's the evidence reveal. We're also doing the evidence review from what we did back in 2020. Was it 2000? In 2021, and late part of 2021, we're going to finally reveal everything that we've done there. It was some pretty amazing stuff. I mean, it was pretty cool. If you dare to stay, man, there's Steph's little tagline. And their rooms are available. They're rather inexpensive, for like 2 people in a single room. It's $90.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. What else we got? Oh, Steph brought it up.
And it's actually a really nice drive. I mean, and then they claim that there's Bigfoot activity and UFO activities in that area. So it's kind of cool. I like it.
Yep. Plus also, too, they say that there's Finding Jerry 3 dozen cookies for the hairball comments. What did I say for hairball?
I don't know.
Who did I say hairball to? Wait a minute. I'm going to have to go back here and find out the hairball.
Threw your thoughts off.
Yeah, it threw me completely off.
So what were you saying, that they see other things or what in that area?
Oh, yeah. There's actually like a dog man around that area and stuff. And that was, what's her name? Chris, the then manager of the place. Yeah, was like, she was amazed by that. She has all sorts of stories about it. I think Steph and Heidi are going to have her on the show, or the person that did the, who said that she had hairballs? Well, no, Kat. She says I don't have hairballs, but that's like, almost 14 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, you guys were, right, Steph? You guys went squatching. Is that what you're talking about over there at by the bar and grill? I think it is. I think it's got a lot of woods and a lot of waterways, and it's just a gorgeous drive if you come up through Rochester.
Oh, it is. It is.
I love
and
it.
there's a whole bunch of Amish where you can stare at the little kids dressed up in their little suits. They're so cute.
And their little wagons, actually, too. They have those little wagons.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think it's
That's
cool.
True. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's, not that bad of a drive from the cities.
Moofy says Squatchies have hairballs.
Where did all this come from?
I don't know where the hairballs come from.
I don't know. I don't know. If I said something,
Probably did real quick and didn't realize.
Probably. Oh, now I'm seeing a full moon. Is there a full moon tonight?
No, there shouldn't be. I don't
Wow,
think so.
looks like it's full.
I don't think so.
It's purdy.
Maybe that's the reason why everybody's acting kind of strange. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of vibration in the earth right now. So.
Oh, that's true. That is definitely true. So, okay. So now when it comes to ghosts and stuff like that, what is the thoughts? Because somebody brought this up to me. What about, this is really strange, thoughts of ghosts actually attaching to cookies?
What?
And yeah, believe it or not, this one lady, I forgot about that. She asked me one day, she said that, or the cookies that she has in her cupboard, it's not mice or anything like that, but sometimes it'll be sitting on the counter. And I said, well, your kids probably get up in the middle of the night. And she's like, I don't have kids. I said, well, then your husband, he works at night. I am there at night. I work during the day. I went, wow. And I said, and they're just like down and stuff? She said, yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, if there is some kind of a spirit that really liked cookies, even like baking them I would assume that they would, and maybe that's what they're trying to get her to notice.
It's the cookie monster.
The cookie.
Well, no, she's really, I asked her, I said, do you walk in your sleep? She's like, no. I said, are you taking any kind of medication that would make you walk in your sleep?
Right.
No,
right.
Nothing like that.
Or even maybe she would forget in like a space, like she would forget in a certain time or something. And then all of a sudden, because the medication can make you do that,
Right. She said that she put out a voice recorder. She doesn't have a video camcorder.
Okay.
And she just put out a voice recorder. Okay. And then you can hear the cupboard open. What? And you can hear the fumbling of the wrapper that the cookies are in.
What?
This is what she's claiming. Now, I have not heard it whatsoever. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought, too, was Ambien, because I know it makes you do that. I know somebody that actually made them cook spaghetti in the middle of the night, and she sat down and she ate a whole big pot of spaghetti.
Really?
And the next day she was sick as a dog because she was so constipated from eating so much sketty. But she had one heck of a mess,
Yeah. Yeah. See, I believe if she was on medication, I believe that too, Karen and Kat. Yeah, I would think that they would have. What?
On any medications, Jerry, that makes you forget saying innocent kittens has hairballs. I never said that. I'm going to have to listen to my show over again and just to see where the hairball thing is coming from.
Then he's going to have to send cookies because
I don't recall I said anything.
That's
about
funny.
Cats have hairballs or whatever. I
don't know. I kind of would think that a ghost, if they really like something, they probably would. But I mean, who's to say? She could be on drugs,
That's true.
I've never heard anything about food and spirits. At least I have never, never heard of something like that. But who's to say? You never know. Just saying.
That's true. I mean, gosh, that's really weird. And still in my place, where I'm looking at right now is the window. So I'm looking out the window and I'm going to take a peek because the maintenance guy came in and said that it's impossible for the windows to open themselves.
So they open, Jerry?
They don't open all the way. It's just that you have like a handle on it,
Yeah.
and you pull up on the handle, or pull up on the handle, and that will unlock it. So then it can be. Now all of them are down, but the other day all three were open, and I thought maybe it was because of the weather, and so I mentioned it to the guy, and he's like, "That's impossible."
Well, yesterday,
So-
I guess apparently our little bathroom door here literally opened up, and Uncle Joe texts me and says, "You're not going to believe this, but your bathroom door," because he says he hears things all the time, especially when he's by himself here at the house. And he goes, "You're not going to believe this, but the door opened up," and he starts laughing because he thinks it's hilarious, you know. But I mean, I can't say if it did or didn't. Maybe it wasn't closed completely. Maybe it popped open, you know, for all you know. So, but yeah. So yeah. See, there you go, Jerry. Well, I have doors that are opening. You have windows that are opening. There you go.
Well, yeah, because they said that it's impossible because he would jam it shut. And when it's jammed shut, you could play with the handle and it doesn't do nothing. Right. You have to lift up the top and everything else, open on the top. No, they're one solid window. They're like maybe
well, could it be vibration from a truck?
See, that's another thing too. No, there's no possible way because even smacking it
tight.
Or anything like that, yeah, they're tight.
Yeah.
But sometimes like when I'm sleeping, all of a sudden I'll hear pop, pop, pop. Three of them.
Really?
It doesn't work on the one in the kitchen, but the one right here. Now watch, I'm talking about it, and it's just going to be like Humbird, and they're going to pop tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it when we just go to Hamburg or something like that, and then the activity starts with us first. I love that. And it does that. So, yeah, I'm excited about Hamburg. But, yeah, I got an investigation, you guys, pretty soon here. I'm
Where
excited.
are you going?
We just booked something. So we booked something around our 5-mile radius area here. And I can't say anything much, but I do know that there used to be an old school on the property now. And they get books falling down. They get doors opening and shutting. They get, what else do they get? And there also used to be, well, I know that there was a school, and then there was something else I want to say. But, I mean, we're excited, Although I really would like to do it. They're going to have us do it towards the evening, early evening, which is okay, too. But I really wish we could do it more towards the evening. But in reality...
Wait a minute. Wait. You just said... You can
early
evening. There's
yeah.
nothing, everybody thinks that you have to go into
No, I just because I know that there's so much traffic sound, you know what I mean? So
that's
feel
true.
like there's going to be, but anyways, we'll do what we can do. So they said it's a brick building from what I understand, so they said we shouldn't get a whole lot of noise through there, but who knows? But I do know that I recorded on that street corner of where that place is at. And I did literally see, like, how can I say, like a figure moving from tree to tree. And it was like, going from one tree to the other, one tree to the other. No.
Well, that's not the one?
No.
Oh.
No. So I just think it's pretty cool. And I don't know, I'm super excited though. And that will be in May. So let's see what happens.
That'll be fun. That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
We just lost one of the places that we were supposed to do in June. Mm-hmm. Very upset about that because some morons, and they got arrested and everything, decided that they were going to be urban explorers. We're ghost hunters.
Oh, yeah.
And they were filming while they were going through the woods, and they were ripping down the no trespassing signs.
Oh,
what a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. Well, one time we did that to an abandoned house. Like it had we didn't see no trespassing. And then the owner came and he says, well, and you got to think about it. It's true. If it's a house and there's a property on it, even though it's all pretty torn down and everything, you shouldn't even go on it anyway, period. You know what I mean? So it's like, So it is true, and people do that stuff all the time. I'm not kidding. I hear about it all the time. And yeah, we did it, but I just kind of like we didn't go into the house. We were just right there on the outskirts. And he just came up and he started talking to us and everything. And then he gave us the number and says, if you ever guys want to do it, I guess he figured we were legit. And he says, if you guys ever want to come back, you guys are more than welcome to. So just give me a call and I'll let you on the property. And I was like, cool, But it was urban legend. It's an urban legend here in this little town area. And this is what they think it was. But it was actually a windmill that kept making a squeaking sound. And they kept thinking that there was a crying baby in a well. And there is a space, but it is to hold water. But I don't think it was like a big well plate. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a well. It was just a little square space. I don't think it was a well, to be truthful, but there was a windmill right over it. And if people don't realize the windmill does turn and it's going to make a squeak sound,
sound, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to think, yeah, it's a baby crying, So, again, we debunked it, and so we just didn't decide to go back. But we did get some things on that property. So, as we were walking, we did hear some crazy things. So, I don't know, maybe one day we will go and check it out just to see, because it actually sounded like people were telling us get out and stuff like that. Like it actually sounded like someone said get out. But he says a lot of people go through there all the time, so you just never know. He says he never ever seen anything, but like again, it's what people believe and what they think they hear and see, so yeah.
Here's one thing that the whole team always laughs at me about, because I'm always saying, when we're doing an investigation, no whispering, no humming. If your stomach growls or if you fart, you say it, you own up to it.
Right.
Because sometimes, I've heard it where a person's stomach has growled and it actually sounded like get out.
Yeah.
Now that would have been a fart.
Well, no, we heard it on the outskirts, and one of our investigators were walking along the line, and we heard it. I think it was Carrie that went in. Oh yeah, it was Carrie, and we heard it by ear. And Carrie just goes, woo, like she just jumped because she thought it was behind her, whatever it was. So yeah, so who's to say? I don't know. Who's to say?
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, so I was looking on this page, on this site about how many famous people believe in aliens. And there's quite a few, like Winston Churchill, he believes in aliens. He is a politician in leadership, and to people it kind of seemed really weird that he would believe in stuff like that, I guess, which he confronts. He has an idea of alien civilization, so he does believe that there is more than us out there. But what makes me, when I'm going through all these people, they're not any of them had an experience, at least. I don't think so. They just believe because maybe the Navy says so many stories. There's even Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton believes in aliens. So I just think it's crazy, but neither one of them, she likes the mysterious Area 51. But nobody has had any experiences. Or that maybe they're just not saying they did. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just think it's bizarre. There's a singer, Ariana Grande, she believes in them. Never had an experience, but she believes in them. There's so many people. Katy Perry believes in them. Nick Jonas believes in them also. Oh, wait, he had an experience. He saw 3 of them. He was in his backyard in L.A. He looked up in the sky and saw 3 flying saucers. So I looked at my friend, are you seeing what I'm seeing, or am I losing my mind? That's what he said. So, yeah. So then he has had experiences. Then he even said that there was reports 2 weeks earlier when he I guess he researched it. So I think that's kind of bizarre. He's the only one that says, he's the only one that admits to it. So I think
Well,
that's pretty cool.
You know, when it comes to UFOs and stuff like that, I've seen a lot of them when I was a kid. Do I believe some of the stuff that's out there? No, I don't. You know, there's
Right.
one person that I do not believe. He is false. He's trying to make money off of it. He's very smart on that, and that's Dr. Stephen Greer. He is full of beans. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that, but I've been.
He has a lot of followers. That I know.
So what? That doesn't mean he's real.
Right, right.
You know, he's a great con artist. He's another Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, fire him up and stuff, you know, and
Yep.
God needs you to send me your money. And
Yeah.
like he's saying, you know, the UFOs need you to send me the money because I'm afraid.
If you want
I have to
this
run
group,
away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, oh, come
Yes.
on, you know, my God. Yep, Stephen Greer. Oy. Sorry, Karen, if you're a follower of hers, that guy, I mean, when the first time that we had him on or not him on the show, but our old, not going to speak her name, co-host that used to be on our show, she was in love with this guy. She even paid $75 to do
watch that.
45-minute, thing he had. And it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, and you know, like I said, when I said $75 just to watch this thing on because they couldn't have a meeting because of this COVID thing or something like that, or something about not being close. I would just like to see what it was all about, but other than that, I mean, I felt like 75. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money to me, you know. And if you're just doing the research, and that's what it was. The money was partial to go to this research that he was doing. So, I mean, who's to say? You know?
Right. He just, you know, and then there's another thing, too, is that when you have people that do believe and they study and they research and they're being honest about what they do and everything,
right?
You know, that all of a sudden these guys come up like Dr. Stephen Greer and other ones and stuff. And I like it when the person that really does all the research on it and stuff says, wait a minute, I wouldn't spend my money on that. I'm sorry. I don't believe in the guy. You know, other than the others that just are like, oh, no, man, he's legit. And that's it. They're not going to say how he's legit. But yet they're not going to formally say his name. Mm-hmm. You know, they're not going to say Dr. Stephen Greer is, no, because they're distancing themselves from him.
Right.
And that's what people do.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, there's paranormal investigators that do that. To investigate your place, we charge $200, and then if it's a business, we'll charge you $400. People really go for that. They just do it. And because we charge you, we're serious about what we do.
Oh, yeah. That is the biggest con right there.
Yeah.
You know? We could do the same thing, Kimberly.
I know,
could.
Jerry.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell anybody because I don't sign up for it because it's us.
I like to do the research. I like when I find out about the place or I find out about certain things. So I don't charge. Okay, donations, fine. Make me a sandwich, great. You know what I mean? Leave me some snacks, I'm good. You know, but, you know, so that way I keep going, you know. But to me, that's just a ripoff. And even psychics do that. Mediums do that. Everybody does that. I could see if they do a little bit of fee, you know, I could see that. You know, you're taking your time, you're doing whatever. But when you're charging $400 or $500 and you're a well-known, you know, I don't know. I just think that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money is right. And it's absolutely... You know, the thing is, it's funny how a person can keep their face straight.
Right.
and saying, thank you. I fear for my life, my family's life. I thank you so much for this, you know.
Right.
And then as soon as the camera's off, they're like, sucker,
Yeah.
I got your money, man.
Well, you know what else makes me?
pocket.
Yeah, what makes me laugh too is these, you know, what do they call them? The gypsies, and they have the little ball, and psychic Wanda will tell you your love, your when you're going to make money, or we'll give you the lottery numbers. You know what I mean? And it's like these people go to them and they're charging. My mom used to go to some, you know, and I'm like, Mom, she's off the street. Come on, Mom, you know? And it's like, I don't know. I just think it's crazy, but people get ripped off.
Hold on. Now, there are some that are real, and just because they're on the street doesn't mean that they're not real. I don't know, you know, I mean, if, you know, like I've had a few psychic readings, some are way out of bounds and, you know, way out there and stuff. But then there's others that, you know, you can feel that they've got some intent there. And some truth, and this is what they're seeing. Or, you know, I like the ones like myself when I do my smoke readings. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you of your past. I'm not telling you of your future. Right. Sometimes a glimpse of certain things that I feel are going to happen, I will mention, you know.
Absolutely.
So, oh, gosh darn it, now we got to go. Dang, we're just starting to get good. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening. We really appreciate all you guys. Steve, you didn't even ask a question. What's up with that? That's weird. But anyway, thanks again. Now, next week, we're going to be having May Hernan on of Secret Tours Ireland. So get ready for that. Thank you, Para X. Thank you, Sarge.
Thank
See
you
you next
guys.
week, everybody.
Good night.